Dan Sieradski, please come to the stage.
So I just moved back from Israel after 3 years and kind of left on a sour note. So this is some sour poetry. For 40 years I was angry with the generation. Then I said, an errant-hearted people are they, and they know not my ways. Therefore I have sworn in my wrath that they shall not enter my land of contentment. When Jordan occupied Jerusalem, they say the Arabs would take tombstones from Har HaZeisim and use them to pave roads. Yet every stone in Jerusalem is a tombstone, every street paved with millennia of countless dead. On their memories we trample, a stiff-necked and defiant people. Death knows no religion, knows not ethnicity, oppression, redemption. He knows only numbers, whether blue and faded on the forearms of our forebears or inked and pressed on the olive drabs of our sons and daughters. From their blood and bones we make brick and mortar. See, O Lord, and behold how abject I have become. We are a city of mausoleums, epistles to martyrdom, passing our children through fire, the mingling of ash and ruin gathering thick on every windowsill. Jerusalem has become among them a thing unclean. Who is it that never misses an opportunity to miss an opportunity? The Tanakh, a mere index of our greatest misses. Like everything else they have done since I brought them out of Egypt to this day. We have succumbed to an avoda of fear and hatred that wrests from us reason, the Shekhinah waiting in exile for the fall of great Zion. It is said in the name of Rebbe Yishmael, he who spills blood in the land defiles the land and drives away the divine presence. 29th of Sivan, 5684, Parshat Korach. Harav Yaakov Yisrael Dahan lies gasping in a pool of blood spilling forth from his heart into the streets of Mea Sharim, his Zionist assassin standing over him bearing a smoking pistol, looking down with the same contempt we now cast upon the guardians of the city for their shared crime of seeking Yishmael's forgiveness. Pervert not justice. Forgive us, uncle, for your exile, your oppression, your rebellion, for looking into the Torah and seeing that which suits us, for choosing force of arms over refinement of character, for preferring cover-ups to the pursuit of justice. O disciples of Cook, I invite you with your fire pans, dare stand before the tent of meeting to receive revelation or be swallowed whole. For where you sense the birth pangs of redemption, I see only bad habits repeating. So let not the land spew you out for defiling it as it spewed out the nation that came before you. For on that day I will hide my face from them, and they shall say on that day, surely it is because our God is not in our midst that these evils have befallen us. Where is your God, Israel, as you subsist on the backs of arms merchants and evangelicals, sacrificing your children among cedars for the sake of Edom's favor? Where's your God? Is he here? Can you feel him? Can you see his hand resting on the red button, that remnant of Cyrus who rebuilt our temple? A stiff-necked and defiant people hell-bent on their own destruction, and they know not my ways. Chayrim is merely the dominion of those who state the obvious. This is called the Frisco Kid. Throwing your sight back over the textured marble facades of this Lego city, you might notice that the clouds run from this place. They move faster here than anywhere, as if you're watching a time-lapse sequence in an independent film. Jerusalem is a spaghetti western where men carry sidewinders and ride their testosterone like broncos, spitting sunflower seeds as if it were skull. This is where wind starts, and at any given moment I half expect a tumbleweed to roll by. It's cowboys and Indians out in the wild West Bank where Zion pioneers settle the frontier and the natives grow restless with destiny manifest. They struggle to stave off paleface while the Confederacy stirs with calls for secession, with civil war ablaze in Gaza, Hebron, Amona. Meanwhile, back in town, we play Russian roulette by our choice of saloon in which to drink our fears into submission, acting the victim of a world that moves too fast to grasp, but not as fast as those clouds which rain tears upon our sad and bitter union. This is called Captain Commander and the Wisdom of El Shaddai. God is a well-endowed sow. Aloft a pile of hay in a dimly lit, run-down red barn, her teats turned up at her children, offering sustenance to every living thing, if only they the patience. Pigs at the trough, Dianu doesn't dawn, and it's never enough. Well, even that don't make me a potbelly. Someone make a side of chazer trait out of me. The sleet was thick at the top of Gilo last night, the windows fogged and frosted. I thought we were goners for sure, coming around that hairpin, what with a busted radiator. My friend, do you have 500 shekels to fix? And Sekol's stories about triple flips down embankments. Oh, Jerusalem, you're bitter cold like your bitter myths and memories. How I relate, ahuvati, I don't know what comes over me. Mindful like a Jainist with bells round your ankles, wading through the minefields of blood and entrails strewn on every soil. Deem it an act of futility to cling to your impossible purity, but persist rather than be dragged to accompany the rotting corpses and carcasses abuzz with larvae and raw stench all about. Oh, look, he even drew the stink lines. Beneath the sky's vast expanse of self-enveloping and cliched shades of gray, you lay wet and rained on in the red-soaked mud, clutching a decomposing skeleton, only one you can hug, turn to for security, confide in and love. It's not either or, you know, just kavana and degrees of application. She knew and she was right. Live without dead time. You knew and you forgot. Somehow, somewhere, lost and tangled in all too perfect brown hair, victim of your own foolish and unnecessary despair. No turning back the clock, though, once you rolled the dial there. Except in a dream universe, the kind I'd like to live in and manifest, my milk in return which I offer from my breast, soft, white, and hairy as it's only served best. Enough out, you sucker, just give it a rest. Obsessed and obsessed and obsessed till I mess, not distressed because this mess leaves me hollowed with less. Fresh. In my dream, you're free to fuck up, and you're always forgiven. Their love never dies, it's forever a given. Signed, Captain Commander of the Dream Liberation Front. He died alone despite many short-lived brilliant romances, a pirate on the high seas of consensus reality, refused to respect self-imposed human boundaries, but he had one dogma, love. Thought it ordained in the heavens above, thus indestructible, so he treated it rough. Had he only known then it's both real and it's drug, he wouldn't be left now just mere bones to hug like them bones in the ditch and the lines there above. Sigh. What is this, too late? No chance for teshuva? All in due time, says Adonai El Shaddai as she rolls to her back, exposing her bosom. No need to push. When will we fucking learn? There's just no need to push.